had to take my daughter to the hospital and couldn't stop laughing. I showed up at my daughter's school 10 minutes early to pick her up. After 20 minutes of waiting, she still hadn't come out. I knew something was wrong, so I went inside to look for her. Instead of finding her in class, her teacher came to find me. Mrs. Vivian had that look on her face, and it immediately made sense why Paige hadn't come outside. There was an incident today, she said. I sighed, already bracing myself. Paige hurt another student badly. The Henderson boy has a head injury. Here we go. I thought, this John Henderson kid was known throughout the school for biting. I knew exactly who he was because Paige had come home 3 times this semester with bite marks on her arms, deep purple bruises with teeth imprints that made my blood boil every single time. The school's response had always been the same. We're handling it. Boys will be boys. John has some behavioral challenges we're working through. My daughter, who collected injured butterflies and cried when she accidentally stepped on ants, had somehow now hurt this kid badly enough to make him cry. Mrs. Vivian led me down the hallway. I'm really shocked by Paige's behavior today, she said, shaking her head. Violence is never the answer, regardless of the circumstances. John's parents are already here, and they're considering pressing charges. They mentioned something about a lawsuit. My hands started shaking as we walked. Paige had never hurt anyone in her life. She once apologized to a tree after breaking off a branch. When we reached the office, I saw her through the glass door. My little girl was sitting in a chair too big for her legs swinging slightly, not quite reaching the floor. Her uniform was disheveled. Her usually neat braids were coming undone, and there was blood on her white sleeve. Not drops. Actual blood. Dark and dried. She looked up when I entered, and instead of tears or defiance, her brown eyes held something I'd never seen before. She looked proud. Tell your mother what happened, Mrs. Vivian said. Before Paige could speak, the door burst open. John's parents stormed in. Mr. Henderson's face was purple with rage. His wife clutched John's hand while he held an ice pack to his head. This is the violent little brat who attacked my son, Mr. Henderson shouted, pointing at Paige. She slammed him into a wall. He could have a concussion. We should be talking to the police right now. I opened my mouth to respond, but Paige stood up. She rolled up her sleeve. Fresh, angry bite marks covered her arm, so deep that several teeth had broken the skin. Blood was still seeping through the makeshift bandage Mrs. Vivian had put on. He bit me first, Paige said quietly. But that's not why I pushed him. The room froze. Mrs. Vivian stepped between us, her voice careful. John had cornered another girl in kindergarten behind the playground equipment. The girl had accidentally bumped into him. He got angry and trapped her against the fence. She was crying. Paige nodded. John was going to bite her mom, she said. Rosie is 5 and she has leg braces. She couldn't run away. The room went silent. Mrs. Vivian continued. Paige stepped between them. John bit her arm when she wouldn't move. She didn't cry. She didn't flinch. She just stood there protecting Rosie. When John tried to go around her, that's when Paige shoved him into the wall. I looked at the Hendersons, then at Mrs. Vivian, then at my daughter's bloody arm. Something shifted inside me. Show me where John is injured, I said. Mrs. Henderson looked surprised but pointed to the ice pack. I walked over and gently moved it aside. There was a small bump on his head, barely visible. Now look at my daughter's arm, I said, my voice suddenly sharp. That's far worse. And you should know I'm a lawyer. What your son did is felony assault on a minor. I let the words hang. I could have both of you questioned. Mrs. Henderson's face drained of color. He didn't mean to hurt anyone, she said quickly. John has issues. We're working on it. We all stared at Paige's arm. I took my daughter to the clinic to get it checked out. When I brought Paige back to school the next week, John wasn't there. Turns out his parents were so scared of being sued that they pulled him out of the school entirely. The funny thing is, I'm not even a lawyer.